Maybe I was the only citizen around that came to these meetings.
Everybody always comes in and tells us they're a job.
total surveys. Because we use leasing on mining, they would do them. I don't know how they guess.
I'd say what we went up to the wastewater treatment plant. I think it's at the gold grade.
Almost killed them. Los Angeles.
Who you got for the pledge, huh?
Huh?
Who you got for the pledge?
Steel plate is hit.
Down at the very end.
Hey.
Okay. Huh?
Pre-treatment plant's nice out there. Sewage treatment plant. Got the ducks out there. Shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't think Monroe's gonna make it.
All right. Please rise. I thank you all for being here, and I thank those that are online tonight. Our city treasurer, Mr. Hersey, is feeling better than the last time. He's with us. All right. Okay. Roll call.
I use this mic. I don't use that mic. Oh, there we go. Rosenberg.
Present.
Mallard.
Here.
Albrecht.
Here.
Carney.
Here.
Boney.
Here.
Roach.
Here.
Small here.
Here.
Monroe. Hudson.
Here.
Horse.
Here.
Campbell.
Here.
Parchment.
Here.
Van Hook.
Here. Okay, thank you. You've all received copies of the minutes of our previous meeting on April 1st. Do I have a motion for approval?
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a second.
Second.
Is there any discussion on the minutes? Hearing and seeing none. All in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed by same sign. Minutes stand approved. Thank you. There is a public hearing this evening on the adoption of the fiscal year 24-25 municipal budget. The final 2025 budget is for $136,070,821. Several items in this budget are transfers that were not used from last year or were transfers from reserves. The actual budget is $107,777,202, and that compares with last year's budget of $94,910,229, which represents a 14% increase. The increase is mostly due to the significant amount of projects that we have going on at the park at this time, and those are all included in the budget. So at this time, I will open up the hearing on the fiscal year 2025 and see if anybody has any comments toward the budget, for or against the budget.
Yeah, I do.
Thank you, sir.
Vernmouth Ward 3. I noticed in the 25 project budget, you have $175,000 earmarked for the public safety building and the museum masonry. I would like to know what the breakout of funds for that is, how much is for each. Then on your paperwork for, I keep getting asked this question and nobody seems to answer it, but on your statement of this one, you're dealing with your building O'Fallon Trust Capital Improvement Funds. You showed a community park enhancement at $9,948,000. But on your breakdown sheet for large expenditure items for 2025, you have it at $9,448,000. So that means there's $500,000 that you added to it. I'd like to know what that was for, because I haven't gotten an answer for that. And then also in your budget, you have park expenses for $12,000. That's enhancing the park again, for adding a fence to the playground. I don't know if individuals are aware of that. And then also in your budget, you have the swimming pool in there. You budgeted them $216,081, and they're not going to be open. So where's that money going to go? You know, are you going to use that to enhance the park? Then you have a community center over here under line item 4861 that you're, for community cleaning, I guess, $18,000 for Maids My Way to take care of. And then you got another $8,000 down there for other special projects or whatever. And quite frankly, I don't see it. I don't understand it, and I'd like some explanations from the pulpit.
I will ask again, is there anyone else who has any comments for or against the budget? I will ask a third time, is there anybody who has any comments for or against the budget? Hearing none, I will close the hearing. And as always, I would invite you to always come in and meet, and we'll go over every line item with you so that we make sure, instead of just trying to shoot from the cuff, I'd rather make sure that you get exact, I'd like to get you exact information. Thank you, sir. Thank you. From the pulpit, there are some things that I can tell you about this fiscal year budget. When this fiscal year ends, as compared to where we were at in April of 2017, that's 7 years ago, the tax rates that have been established have been lowered for 7 straight years. Taxes are down. The tax rate established by the City of O'Fallon is down 25%. The total reserves by the end of this fiscal year will be over 100% higher than what they were at that time. The total debt will be down 10%, and the total EAV will be up over 33%. So that's some general information, and be more than happy to go over specifics with anybody on this. Sandy and her staff will be happy to go through it line by line with you. Hearing nothing else, we have closed the hearing. I will throw this open now for any public comments that anybody has. This is the first public comment. Again, I would ask people to please limit their remarks to no more than 5 minutes, to please keep it civil. This is a business meeting addressed to the general counsel, not to individuals or not to specific people in the audience. And please introduce yourself, what ward, or if you're with a company, what company that you represent. So at that time, I will open it up for any general comments.
Vern Ware, Ward 3. In relationship to what you were just talking about, my taxes are going to go up $60. According to my calculations, with last year and now this year, So how are we going to tell me that taxes are going down? Jerry's telling me, he's telling us that his taxes are going to go up. I'm senior citizen on a fixed income, and mine's going to go up somewhere around $60. I calculated $62.92. We'll see what happens when I get the bill. Okay, now in regards to your warrant report, 1,970,000 change. I noticed that you, well, I don't know if it's one battery or whatever, according to your warrant report, you had a 9-volt battery you bought for O'Fallon Station. Evidently it's one battery, 9-volt battery, I don't know how big these are, for $17.50. And then you have on here, you got M&M Fencing, you are giving them $18,799. Now that's only 50% of the contract, so we're gonna pay another portion of that. And I don't remember that being let out for bids. Then we have Menards down here. You spent $625.65 for plywood, plaster, insulations, whatever. According to my calculations or whatever, you're going to have an open house out here this coming Wednesday. And was this to fix it up that the contractor didn't do? Or is this another piecemeal job to keep the cost down? I don't know. I don't understand. You had Millennium Professional Services. They're doing whatever for you for improvements on the track for another $3,700. So that's got to be in the improvement on the park. And I have no idea what Medcom $2,800 for a Iron Horse 4000 is. It might be some kind of chair or something, whatever. But you don't give real good breakouts telling us what these are. I know you only got a small line on there, but at least you could maybe abbreviate some stuff. And that's all I got right now.
Thank you, sir. Well, I'm sorry to hear that their taxes have gone up. The tax rate has gone down, but we do not control the appraisal. But hopefully, Vern, I know the last time you told me something that your city taxes were about $120. I hope that'll still keep it under $200 for you. So, the city portion of your taxes. Okay, with that said, we will move into clerk's report.
Mr. Mayor, I have one item tonight. It's requesting the O'Fallon Kiwanis Club to conduct a roadblock at the intersection of State and Lincoln and State and Smiley on September 27th from 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. and September 28th from 8 a.m. to noon. And we need a motion for that.
Do we have a motion for approval of the roadblock for the O'Fallon Kiwanis Club?
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Mylard.
Yes.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Smallhair.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Morse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Got them?
That's all I got,
All right.
Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Okay, I'll move on to the mayor's report. We have a couple of reappointments. I would like to ask Ms. Foney if she would take 6.1, please.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, motion to approve the reappointment of Dave Hopkins to the Fire Pension Board for a 3-year term expiring May 2027.
We have a motion. We have a second. Is there any discussion on the reappointment of Mr. Hopkins? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Boney.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Smallhair.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Morse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Mylard.
Yes.
Thank you. Mr. Van Hook, would you take 6.2 on the reappointment of Mr. Adkins?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, make a motion to approve the reappointment of Kevin Kip Atkins to the Police Pension Board for a 2-year term expiring May of 2026.
Second.
We have a motion, we have a second. Is there any discussion on the reappointment of Mr. Adkins? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Carney.
Yes.
Tony.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Small here.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Mallard.
Yes.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Thank you. Just to let everybody know, there is a project that has been presented before a zoning hearing officer. He is to render his decision. He said he would probably be rendering his decision this Tuesday, which would be tomorrow. That is on the food court that is being proposed for over there on the Over Neiferman Road. So hopefully we will get his report as to how he has ruled on that presentations. The Community Park Project Phase 1 groundbreaking ceremony will be on April 30th at 4:30. Everybody is invited to attend that to move forward. The All Abilities Playground of Champions donor sign, the final signage will be installed sometime later this month. It's just come in, so they're working to get that put up and in place. I will be in Springfield starting late tomorrow and running through Thursday at IML meetings with the governor and the Senate and the House leadership on different items that impact our community and other communities in Illinois. And before I move on, I'd also like to wish a happy birthday to our city clerk, Jerry Mauser, council member Roy Carney, even though he claims he's not getting older, and our finance director, Sandy Evans. And Sandy and Roy are not twins. That's correct. Your birthdays just happen to be on the same day. Okay.
They're not even related.
Okay.
Thank you, Mayor.
Mr. Mayor, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Zoning hearing officer,
Yes, sir.
are you going to send that out to us?
Once we get a decision on it, everybody will be informed of what that is. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
You'll send us in the background
Yes, sir.
and all that junk?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Okay. Also, I'd like to just alert people, there's another possibility for some severe storms coming into the area, I think tomorrow. So just be on alert for that. The filing of economic interest statements for some of our staff and the council are due by May 1st. So those who have not completed those yet, please remember to get those in. And that is all that I had on my report. So I will then move into, there are no resolutions to be brought forth. There are no ordinances for first reading, but we do have a ordinance for second reading. Mr. Parchman, please.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion to approve on second reading an ordinance budgeting for all corporate purposes of the City of O'Fallon, St. Clair County, Illinois, for the fiscal year beginning May 1st, 2024 and ending April 30th, 2025.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second on the budget. Is there any discussion or comments? Hearing and seeing none, roll call.
Tony.
Yes.
Roach.
Yes.
Small here.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Mallard.
Yes.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Thank you. At this point, I'll open it up again. Is there any additional comments from anybody? Yes, sir.
Bernaware, Ward 3. I just, anyway, I don't understand why other people in the community don't have any thought about what is happening and the amount of money that's being spent at the park. Anyway, next thought. As I look on the internet at your website front page, where it has all the stuff on it, and it has, breaks down the stuff, and it has an announcement page or whatever. I looked at it today, and there's stuff going all the way back to January on it, and don't you ever update that? I don't understand. I mean, I don't go any further than looking at that and digging what I need to dig out of it, but there's no current events telling anything that's going on like what you're giving on your breakdown sheet for tonight. Just a thought, trying to figure it out.
Thank you, sir. One of the things that I think some people found of interest was on the complete budget breakdown. Sandy, at our town hall meeting, did a complete breakdown and answered a lot of questions. And I know there has been people who have called in and had questions or came in and had questions, and Sandy and her staff has responded. So there has been people that had questions. They came in and got the answers that they needed. So thank you, sir. At that point, I will move on into our various reports. Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
Jerry Younger, Ward 4. I'd just like to make a statement that I am so glad that we're doing all this for the Parks and Recreation Department. That's what makes cities grow. We have a lot of children here, and I think the responsibility that you guys have shown is fantastic. As far as our taxes are concerned, you know, yes, my taxes did go up, but my evaluation went up, but it doesn't mean that the city of O'Fallon's part went up. Actually, it has gone down. So, you know, I just encourage every citizen to look at their tax bill and find out where their money's going to. And you'll find out that O'Fallon is a small part of that tax bill that you get from the county. That's all I have to say.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Hearing and seeing none. None online. We will move into reports. Mr. Roach, Community Development.
Yes, we haven't met since our last meeting. Next week, we have a meeting scheduled tentatively for 6 p.m. Check the website for any changes.
Thank you. Mr. Rosenberg, Public Works.
Thank you, sir. We haven't met since the last city council meeting. The next meeting is currently scheduled for next Monday. Check the website for a specific time. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Vorse, Public Safety.
Thank you, sir. We have not met since our last meeting, so our next scheduled meeting is May 13th. Check the website for details.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Albrecht, Parks and Environment.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Parks and Environmental Committee will meet next Monday at 5:30. Unless something happens, we have business to transact. So we'll see you there.
Thank you, sir. Sandy, we already have one meeting that is canceled. Am I correct? And Mr. Parchman, maybe you'll make that announcement and you give with your finance and administration.
I was going to announce that, but you beat me to it. So
Right now, didn't he?
Yeah. So we have not met since our last meeting. As of right now, we do not have anything for next Monday's meeting, so it has been canceled. So there was no business, but we still do have 15.1, the warrant approval. So I'd like to make a motion to approve warrant number 534 in the amount of $1,970,599.85.
So moved.
We have a motion. We have a second. Is there any discussion on the warrant? Hearing and seeing none. Roll call.
Roach.
Yes.
Smallhair.
Yes.
Hudson.
Yes.
Vorse.
Yes.
Campbell.
Yes.
Parchman.
Yes.
Van Hook.
Yes.
Rosenberg.
Affirmative.
Mallard.
Yes.
Albrecht.
Yes.
Carney.
Yes.
Pony.
Yes.
Okay, I thank you. That is the last of the items that we had on our business to bring forth tonight. So I would ask for a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
We have a motion. We have a second. All in favor of adjourning signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Ayes have it in favor of adjournment. Thank you all.
Can you imagine that?